Bhupali Raga brings in the spring, joy. Welcome everyone. Meditation time. Today is a holiday in India. It's in certain states it's kind of like New Year's Day. It's the mango harvest. It's the one time that Brahma gets some credit. Brahma being the kind of god of creativity there. But most temples are not devoted to Brahma for whatever reason. The temples are to Lakshmi and the Devi and Shiva and Krishna. Somehow Brahma gets a bad deal. I'm not sure why, but he does have this day, and on this day, let's see, it's called Gudi Pavyacha Hardik Shubhecha. Well, that's the expression that they say. And essentially it's a celebration of solar light, of the return of spring, all kinds of good things going on. The goddess Durga decides that things have reached a certain point of not so great, so she requires from Brahma that he reboot the universe, basically. So today is the day that the universe gets rebooted. Sounds good to me. It's a full moon, it's a new moon in Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Good sign to begin things, and new moon's always good for that. It's like the seed bed, embedding the deep intention into the deep cavern of your heart. So let's just do that. Sleep is very good during the new moon. There's less sunlight reflecting onto the sleeping side of the planet. I slept well last night. Hope you did too. Let's just drop in and connect to that part of ourselves that regenerates us without having to go to sleep. We're just going to breathe. Enter into the sound field. Enter into the spaciousness of your being. Breathing through the nose. There's all kinds of pranayamas we could do. Feels like right now, just peace, just beautiful flow of the breath in and out. Bringing our attention to the midline. Softening. Think about mango lassis. The sweetness. Delicious fruit of the earth. I'm just going to bask in the glow of the inner self. There's a million technologies to get there. The best one is just to be, to observe, notice, allow, awaken. Good feeling. Deep seedbed. So allowing that deepness to have its own power. Just feel that bioplasmic nature of our consciousness. It connects to all things on the micro and the macro. It's like the macro is like a giant vibrating song. Entire universe. It's like why it's called the universe. It's probably why the Bhagavad Gita is called the Bhagavad Gita. It means blessed song, sacred song. Just feel that you are the sacred song. It's a beautiful expression of the Shakti, expression of the universe. The universe wants you to be here. It's showing up as you. So miraculous. Just experiencing that awareness that, wow, of all the possibilities in this universe, the universe is showing up as you. It's so miraculous, it's so easy to forget. So we're just going to bask in the pure I am self. Infinite potential. Just feel your infinite potential. There's the creation hymn of the Rig Veda. It says, in the beginning, there was neither existence nor non-existence. All this world was unmanifest energy. The One breathed without breath, by its own power. Nothing else was in existence. Pure potentiality, pure consciousness, seeking to express itself from the deepest place. Just noticing that. There's another Upanishad, it's a text from India. It says Brihad Aranyaka text. It's like the forest dwelling scriptures. You are what your deep driving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. As your deed is, so is your destiny. All coming from that deep driving desire, the spanda, this pulsing principle arising from the deepest part of our being. It rises up as kind of an undifferentiated desire. And as it gets closer to expression, it takes on more form and focus. Eventually we articulate that desire. It rolls out of our expression, rolls right out of our being. So we're just going to ground ourselves in this infinite potential, this pure I am awareness. Whoa. This resonates ourselves with our deepest principle, and then it's able to flow out into other folks, other people. It creates that centripetal magnetization that's fearless, right? Has infinite potential. There's a self in there, but it's not from the fragile ego that's looking for approval. It's coming from this place of divine equipoise, divine unity, divine fullness, divine perfection. It's microscopically available. It's like finding the seed. Just feeling the presence of the new moon. It's like an invisible friend. We have magical friends looking after us. As we relax into that good feeling, let's do this. Let's remove the seriousness. There's already plenty of that. All right, let's take some of the seriousness out of our hardened perspective, our pain body. This wealth of experiences that we've had that oftentimes disconnect us from the self. So we want to introduce those parts of us back into the light, bring them back into the love, the cut off parts, the unloved parts, the shadow energies in our field, all the traumas, just cut right through. Deeper peace that's there. Breathing through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge, Durge, 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 Durge Jai Jai Ma. So Durga rides the tiger. It's very potent feminine power. Can just chop the heads off demons so effortlessly. So we want to get in touch with that demon slaying power inside of you. Just like, you don't need that. Whatever it is that's bothering you, whatever is weakening you, eating you up. Just with a wave of your hand, we just dismiss the demon. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. I like that chant, it's just so simple. Just that line is kind of all you need. It's got an E on the end of Durga because that's the vocative case in Sanskrit. It's how you address a deity with great respect. So it's Durga. Durga, Durga, Durga Jai Jai Ma. Let's try that toning with just the ma. Get it's like the O-N-G sound at the end of the A. It gives it a little It vibrates it up into the cranium, up to the higher chakra, up into the overtone series above the head. You can just vibrate with the M. Then open it up. Personally, I like simple. I like easy. I like effortlessness. Ma, so effortless. A little bit of the NG in the upper bone structures of the head vibrates the brain brilliantly. As we were learning last time, it's the viz. You take the V sound, just feel it vibrating your face, vibrating your lips, vibrating your bouche, la bouche, your face, your mouth. There's a way to do it that really vibrates it. You'll fall into it effortlessly after a while. Your body will find the easy way. It's not like, it's like more relaxed. You can do higher pitch. If you want to. Go into the eye. And with the Z, you can shape it in various ways with your lips, with your tongue on the roof of the mouth, tongue on the top of the teeth, various places. And what's the point of this is to vibrate the brain in a super harmonious waveform, bring you to peace. Because that inner dialogue, the inner monologue, is not necessarily doing that. Whoa, I wanna kind of smush it, like squeeze that in between space, between the words, between the thoughts. Just get hold of that place where your consciousness falls back into the deep infinity. Deep infinity, I like that. Just falling back into deep infinity. And I invite you to have fun with your voice. The culture is very much about suppressing your voice. It's like if you start singing in public, oh, they look at you like you're a strange being. So, can't always do that, but there is the indoor reality. You can just really find the vibrations in your mouth and just move them around your face, move them around your bones. Yum, 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 yum. Like, let's just take news, for example. Someone just texted me saying they've had it with TV. They're turning their TV off And they sent me it's like a little cartoon of all these colors coming out of the TV, just sort of like spilling all over the place, like it was finally emptying out like a fishbowl. Well, if you were to blow up the universe, it would just be colors, evidently, right? All these rainbow frequencies would just explode everywhere. So I like that thought. We turn the TV off, we turn the dialogue of the world off, which is vibrating in a different space. It's not thinking about it's not thinking about soul, it's thinking about goals more. Not so bad, but not so deep. So let's say we're just going to turn off the collective voice for a while. Enter into our own magnitude, wondrousness, super strong immunity system, bathing in the light, inside out power. Durge, 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 Je, Je, Ma. Durge, 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 Je, Je. If you want to transcend the norm, go beyond form, get underneath the storm, when you first drop into the silence, it's like the walkie-talkie brain is going to want to turn it up even louder for a while. It's just going to get even more intense. And then that sort of layer kind of comes off like an old husk as we move deeper into this, like the coconut milk of the heart, letting that big husky crust just fall right off. Big dense thing. Durge, 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 Je, Je, Ma. From an astrological point of view, there's other helpful planets right now for this sort of strong engagement with transforming your life, moving into the future, spring cleaning, energizing your projects. Mars is brilliantly aligned with the moon, and we have the sort of rogue agent planet of Uranus moving into Taurus, which busts up the stuckness, right? Uranus is like explosive materials. It wants to just blow it all to smithereens. So speaking of blowing things to smithereens, we have a healing request. It's for Kay, who is in San Luis Obispo, I believe. And evidently there's a tumor about an inch long been discovered. So let's use our group power effect, super consciousness laser beam potency, to completely delete whatever this accumulation is in her brain. So you don't know her, I know someone who knows her, and so Sandra is going to be the bridge, the vector connector and we're going to be the energizing station. I'm just going to gather up a great wealth of healing Shakti power. And we're just going to imagine that tumor, whatever it is, mass, just start to bust up, dissolve, delete, disappear itself. Send it off to the black hole. And this goes for anyone else out there. If you have some kind of encapsulation, a tumor is essentially, the body doesn't know what to do with it. It's like a wounded thing, very sensitized, so it comes and wraps it up. It kind of sequesters it and parks it somewhere. And sometimes that's harmless and fine, and other times it festers. So we want to just go right to pure deletion Shakti. Just using light, which is gigahertz of power. It's trillions of cycles per second. Tumors are not vibrating at that speed. They can't handle that light. They're kind of a dark thing, right? They like to hang out where the pH has gone acid, where the pH has become dense and acidic. Different diseases thrive in those environments, anaerobic environments. So let's bring in oxygen to the brain. And for wherever else you might have some sort of growth or substance in your body needs to go away. Just, in a sense, we're programming the field here for deletion. So we're just tuning into this frequency. Back where we lived 2 houses ago, a lady who was our neighbor, I think I might have told you this story. Oh, Dana, can we get more light? It's starting to get dark. Maybe we can just turn that up a little more. Okay, so as it goes. Well, let it be. We'll have inner light. So, Mary was sitting in her car across the driveway and was having a little conversation with her through the window. This is pre-COVID, and she was saying, "Oh, by the way, I have this brain tumor doctors told me about." And my reaction was, "Well, you don't need that. Let's get rid of it." So it's like in that moment, she agreed, we're just going to delete it. So we did some of what we're doing now. And then about 2 weeks later, she was again parked across the driveway and said, "Sudama, thank you so much." And I said, what are you thanking me for? And she said, "Well, whatever you did 2 weeks ago, poof, that brain tumor is totally gone." And she said the doctor in all of his 27 years had never seen anything like that. Never seen anything that was just so visibly there on the screen. Just poof, positive, gone, right? Delete it. So this is possible. Might not happen in every time because there's many layers to these things, and sometimes they're really chronic, really deep, really gnarly. It takes a lot more than a 3-minute zap, but you never know. So we're just imagining a space where there's something was there, it's just deleted, empty, gone. Beautiful empty space. The body accumulates its woundedness and wraps it up in little packages. And so we send them to the black hole. the cannabidiol, the CBD, the times that I've worked with people with these chronic diseases where it's taken longer or it's just so embedded, it's been there for so many years, you can't necessarily disappear that, because in a sense that is a result of that person's history, right? All of their experiences. They can reboot it, but that's, in a sense, that's what sadhana is. That's what spiritual practice is, to drop in and create more in-between space between you and your reactivities, to the point where your reactivities are no longer making you sick in any way. So we do our best. There was one other tumor story I wanted to tell you. Actually, I think I told this fairly recently. There was a lady called me up, and she was up in Alaska, and she was dealing with a brain tumor. And I was asking her, what happened first was, I said that, let's see, how did it go? Ultimately, her dad had shot himself in the brain, and there was a bullet in the middle of her brain, in his brain. And what I picked up when she called me was, oh, that tumor in your brain is really a bullet from an ancestor. I didn't know about her dad at that point. And she was like, oh my God, well, the reason I'm up in Alaska is this is where my dad used to live, and this is where he shot himself and put a bullet in his brain. It's like, whoa. So whoa, right? So there's an example of, doesn't even need to be a bullet in her brain, because the resonance principle has already created something similar. So resonance can work both ways, right? We can resonate with health, and we can resonate with disease. Durge, 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 che, che, mo. Durge, 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 che, che, mo. Durge, 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 che, che, mo. I was thinking earlier about Marshall Rosenberg, who teaches nonviolent communication, and one of the things he says is that when you have an unmet need, when you're really upset, what's happening is he calls it your jackal, right? Your inner jackal versus your inner giraffe. Your inner giraffe is the peacemaker, and the jackal is always jackling and always complaining and yak, 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 right? So I love this phrase where he says, the jackal is the face of the unmet need. So right away from that formula, you can conclude that anyone who's jackling you, hackling you, hassling you, or you might be jackling yourself, that's what's going on, right? There's an unmet need. And if we can see what that is, we don't need to take personally all the discharge, all the jackling, because it's ultimately not about us, right? It's about their unmet need. So let's do this. We're just going to check in. And if you've been jackling lately, I'm going to check in on the source of the jackling. Let's notice what might be an unmet need in you at the moment. There's all kinds of needs. Let's see, I brought Marshall's list here. thought it did. Here it is. 9 needs. Sustenance, which includes food, water, shelter. That's the first chakra. Safety. And then it moves into, once those basic needs are taken care of, we're ready for love, empathy, creativity, recreation, autonomy, meaning, and community. Okay, so those are the 9 needs. Since we're celebrating Brahma, the god of creativity, the god of creation in India, let's just look a little more at this idea of, let's have a list of, let's see, where is that list I have here? Hang on a second. It's good stuff. Just give me a moment. Why it disappears right when I need it, I don't know. Anyway, oh, here it is. Okay, so I was playing around with letters. And let's start with just the A's, because they come in great batches. With attention, awareness, acknowledgement, appreciation, affection, approval, and allowance, which gives us the ability to be potent, powerful, poised, patient, one-pointed, and expanded. Who wouldn't want to be that? And this is accomplished by connecting, clearing, cultivating, communing, and creating. Let's just breathe into those categories for a minute. Connecting in a clear, cultivated, communal way with your own creativity to arrive at your own potency, power, presence, poise, patience, expansion, and one-pointedness, all via the emotional balancing of attention, acknowledgement, affection, approval, allowance, appreciation, and awareness. Good way to take care of your jackal today. Just chill your jackal down. Because otherwise, unmet needs can be met with violent strategies if they go into the terrorist tendencies. Where's my guitar? Where did it go? It's downstairs. Can you go get it? Thank you so much.
Which one?
The acoustic.
What color?
The caramel. There's a lot that goes into preparing this. And sometimes I forget. Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, 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 Shiva, Shiva, Durga, Durga, Shiva, Shiva, Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, 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 Shiva, Shiva, Durga, Durga, Shiva, Shiva, Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, 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 Shiva, Shiva, Durga, Durga, Shiva, Shiva. Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, 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 Shiva, Shiva, Durga, Durga, Shiva, Shiva. Humming is very good. gece ma Durge, Durge, Jai Ma. Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. 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 Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge Jai Jai Durge Jai Jai Ma. 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 Jai Jai Ma. Jai Jai Ma. Durge Jai Jai Ma. Jai Jai Ma. Jai Jai Ma. Jai Jai Ma. Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge Jai Jai. Durge Jai Jai. Jai Ma. Just feeling how that chant vibrates in their body, adding some more oxygen to the mix. Generates more nitric oxide, balances out the cortisol, strengthens your galvanic skin response, lowers the blood pressure, strengthens the water pressure. It's all good. Breathing, beautiful feeling coming in. Jai Jagadambe, Jai Jagadambe, Jai Jaya Duke, Jaya Duke, Jaya Duke, Jaya Duke. Shive, Shive, a beautiful new moon, everyone. Slay those demons. See you on Thursday. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here and supporting this. The world thinks you.